This may be the very first champion able to solo stage 9 of Dragon Hard, not only solo it, but do it at 100% success rate. At least of these about 119 runs that my dad ran, which I want to say a big thank you to my dad for allowing me to showcase his Corvis the Corrupter. He's been working on this build for quite a while, been tweaking it, been adjusting some things, and he finally has something now where he's comfortable with sharing it with all you all. So here we go. These are his runs, okay? He ran 119 runs, 100% success rate. That is crazy. Not only is it 100% success, but it's 2 minutes and 11 seconds on average, okay? So this Corvus may not be the most free-to-play friendly, but my dad's also not a very, he's not a whale, okay? He's definitely not a whale. He's been playing for a very long time, so he has the gear. So a lot of you may have this gear as well. His Corvus is empowered. He is +1. But if you can make this work, make it work. Maybe try to gear him a little bit differently, but this is how my dad has him made currently to run at 100% success. He's tried a little bit lower stats. Actually, before he was +1 empowered, he was losing a few matches. He was doing like a couple losses after 100 runs, like maybe 3 losses. But he was really wanting to go for that 100% success. So he went ahead, empowered him, and now he had, well, 119 runs, I believe it was. This will make 120 and 100% success rate, which is crazy. And not only that, honestly, almost the equally mind-blowing thing is this is fast. This is crazy fast. Okay, I didn't mean to target him. I didn't mean to skew the results here. This is 1 minute and 10 seconds. My dad may not have had unlimited FPS on. I don't know if I even do, actually. But it's going 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30. This is faster than a lot of Dragon speedrun teams. What in the world? 1 minute 30? What? That's the fastest. Okay, the best is 53 turns. I took 63. I had to check real quick to see if it was on unlimited FPS, but guys, I gotta see that one more time. That was just insanely fast. Honestly, I did not expect for it to be that close whatsoever. I expected it to be, well, closer to 2 minutes and 11 seconds, which is still undoubtedly fast. But 1 minute 30 with a solo champion on the second hardest stage in the game for Dragon. I mean, Dragon 10 hard is the hardest, of course, but it's going to be very difficult to solo because you got Void Affinity, you can get crit. Basically, Corvus is strong affinity here, so he's never going to get crit, which is a massive, massive help, obviously. 30 seconds to clear the first wave. Wow. He is going so fast. Honestly, Corvus is a champion who I wish I had him. I do wish I had him, especially after seeing this. This is just crazy how fast and how smooth this is. But like I said, this gear is not, you know, for the faint, okay? This gear is pretty high-end gear. Very good ascensions or awakenings. Ascensions, awakenings, I forget what it is. But the Sand Devil stuff, it landed good oil into this gear. 1 minute. 1 minute to the dragon. 30 seconds per wave. Brimstone proc there. Solo, stage 9 Dragon Hard. Wow. And he does have resistance to the level that he needs it to be, which I believe is 420. And the accuracy is 330 plus, which I'll show you guys all the stats after this. But I'm just taking this in. This is way faster than I expected it to be. 1 minute 20 again. So 2 runs back to back, 1 minute 20. Somehow there was a run that was 53 turns. Maybe that was a different team. I didn't think about that. He could have had an actual different team. But this is his best time. A seer team could definitely have less turns than Corvus did by himself, but wow. So as far as this champion's build, let's go ahead and take a look at this, okay? So Corvis the Corrupter, he has +1, but as far as his actual build goes, we're going to go into total stats, we're going to check out the Dragon's Lair, and you're going to see some stats that honestly I may even have a hard time hitting. So 103,000 HP, 4,300 defense, which, I mean, to be fair, his defense is actually pretty good. His base defense is pretty good, and his base HP is also pretty good. We have 231 speed. These stats alone may not be super insane to hit, but when you start including the resistance plus the accuracy, 434 resistance, which I said 420 is what's needed, I believe, and then 350 accuracy, you start to see, okay, now this may become pretty difficult to actually reach. I don't think this 2% defense ignore is very important though. But we have very good HP, very good defense, 231 speed, accuracy and resistance to hit the numbers that you actually need, and you're looking pretty solid. So as far as the gear, let's take a second look at this, okay? So the weapon, ascended to HP, awakened to HP. Is it awakened or is it ascended? I'm getting my words all messed up here. It is ascend, okay? It is ascended. Ascend the gear. The gear is ascended HP. The helmet, ascended to HP. The shield, ascended to HP. We have plenty of HP. We have regeneration plus defiant. Defiant helps survive on the dragon with those big breaths, which honestly, I don't think it was a problem with the runs we did, but my dad did say after doing like 90 runs, it would fail some previously, not in this version of it, but previously, and like some of them would be on the dragon. So the Defiant gear does help. Now check out these disgusting bottom pieces. We have HP percentage main stat with HP percent ascension, with defense percent rolls. I mean, it is a rare piece of gear, but it's great ascensions, great rolls, everything's great. Then we have a resistance chest plate with HP percentage ascension, good speed, good HP. Everything is exactly what we need. The crit rate is not really needed, but everything else is amazing, right? I mean, you can't knock this piece. This is a very, very good piece. And then the boots. We have HP percent main stat with HP percent ascension, with some speed, defense, and accuracy. Every roll on this piece, this set, really in general, is usable and very important for Corvus in this run specifically. Now, he does have this blood shield ring. Not for sure if it's 100% needed. I'm not for sure if he told me that. I don't remember. But obviously, if you don't have it, try it out. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then, hey, there you go. But we have a blood shield ring, very good rolls. I'm going to say it's probably not needed because he doesn't really hit that hard. So he's probably not getting a massive shield. And then his necklace, he has a refresh accessory, which is also fantastic as well. If you have it, great. If not, I'm going to say the refresh accessory is not needed either. For the banner, we have an accuracy banner. Go ahead and finish out the accuracy numbers that we need. Now, as far as the skills, I want to go over these in just a minute because his skills are actually crazy for this. It's perfect, honestly, especially this passive, but his masteries. This is what he has currently. So we have a defense tree and support tree. These are his exact masteries. I'm not going to suggest anything different because this is what's working and this is what's getting you to that 100% success rate, which is what everybody wants. But 1 minute and 20, we shaved off almost a minute of that time right there, which that's just the average. Crazy stuff. All right, so there we go. That's his masteries right there. Yeah, that's his mastery setup right there. As far as the skills, go Brimstone. That's what he's running. Get higher soul if you can. Obviously, the higher, the better. The higher the chance to play Smite. 6-star, it's going to be even more nasty. But until then, this is perfectly fine. Now, as far as the actual skills, the A1, placing the decreased attack on the dragon. So helpful and actually allowing you to survive. The A2 is an AoE attack. The first hit increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. The second hit increases the duration of all ally buffs. So we're increasing the duration of enemy debuffs and increasing the duration of ally buffs. Very, very nice. Though not a ton of buffs are going out, but there is a lot of debuffs going out. So that is very, very huge. His A3 is an AoE attack. Each hit has a 100% chance when fully booked of placing 2 poison debuffs for 2 turns. After attacking, places a poison sensitivity debuff on enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs. So poison sensitivity is staying up most of the time. But this right here is what, in my dad's words, makes Corvus basically a legendary version of Venomage. So Corvus decreases the damage enemies under poison debuffs inflict. 5% less damage per poison debuff stacks up to 25%. And if you guys know who Venomage is and how Venomage actually works, my biggest question is it a guy or girl? I don't know. It's up for debate. But either way, Venomage has a passive and also places heal reductions AoE, but has a passive that enemies under heal reduction debuffs inflict 15% less damage. So you have Venomage placing poisons, making them do less damage, but it's only 15%. Corvus comes in and does a 25% potential damage mitigation, which is crazy to me. I really, really want this champion now, to be honest, because soloing Dragon 9 hard seems like just such a fun thing to do, and especially doing it so fast. Wow. Plus, just to top it off, he has increases ally defense in all battles by 30%. So Corvus, he's an insane champion. Guys, if you have him, if you can make this gear work, go for it. But let's say you don't want to make it work on stage 9 hard. Maybe you want to do stage, I think 5 is the other Spirit Affinity stage. Go for it. I mean, try that out. It's definitely going to be lower gear requirement, but if you really want to build your Corvus, throw him in somewhere, that could work very, very well. These waves do hit pretty hard. So having good defense, having good HP is very important. How do we, we got a crit because they do have crit rate and crit damage placed by the Farrakhan. Okay, so typically you'll never get crit by weak affinity champions in dungeons because they usually have base 15% crit rate, and then the affinity disadvantage causes them to have 0% crit rate. So that's very interesting. So there we did get a crit because they have increased crit rate. So now they have 30% crit rate effectively. So they can crit us. That is why the run fails sometimes. That's why it did before. Now it doesn't. But because the Farrakhan places that increased crit rate, that can cause some extra RNG. I never actually realized that until just now seeing that. So if you're not controlling the waves, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to mess you up, or could mess you up. But this run, like I said, is tested, 100% success. Can we get less than a minute 20? That'd be super cool. I don't think it's going to happen though. Super, super close. Now, a minute 20 coming in. Counterattack, popping off, decrease attack, poison sensitivity. There we go. Blowing up the dragon. 3 runs, 10-minute video. Went through his entire showcase. Obviously, if you get higher awakenings for your champion, he's going to take less damage from the boss as well. He's going to take less damage in general. So higher blessing, higher awakening is going to be even better. Get this gear for Corvus, and you're going to have a very successful, very consistent, very nice solo dragon stage 9 farmer. And let's say one day they do a Sacred Order only tournament for dragon, or a Talarians only. Well, there you go. Just throw in some food from these factions, and now you're going to be farming Dragon 9 hard, getting in those that tournament, whatever it may be, and just doing fantastic. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Once again, big thank you to my dad for letting me jump in, showcase his Corvus, give you guys a pretty awesome tested, which is the key here, tested build, okay? Obviously, if I showed you guys a build that worked, say, 3 times flawlessly, that doesn't matter. But when I can show you, hey, this build actually worked 119 times, well, 121 times flawlessly, that is so much better. 122, I think. But either way, guys, thank you all very much for watching the video. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have any other solo champions that you would like showcased on the channel as well. I would love to share them. And yeah, with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.